Underneath Landscape, there's a tool called Paint. And if you select on Paint, you'll notice that you have a variety of different materials available on the bar going across the bottom of the screen. Also, you'll see that there's an option here for Choose Landscape. Now, let's take a look at what each one of these different tools can do. Choose Landscape. If you click on the picture of the landscape, you'll see a variety of presets for the materials that are available to you. If you click on this scene in the upper left-hand corner, notice how we now have snow along the edges of the rock. Click into more snowy area. Notice how the entire area is covered in a thick layer of snow. If we choose a landscape that has more grass in it, such as this one here toward the middle, it gives us a scene very similar to what we had before. If we choose a landscape which looks more like desert, that's what you'll get, more of a desert scene. But what's important to note is that every time that we chose a new landscape, it was also giving us a different material for the rock that makes up the side whenever we're looking down into the canyons, as well as some materials over here. If we choose landscape, then pick this one which has more grass and dirt, notice how we have a different rock material that makes up the sides, and then different materials over here as well, which remove that desert look that we had before, and now we have more of a green look. If we wanted to make adjustments to any of these materials at this point, we could. Next thing would be the move over here to where we have the grass, then select on Edit Type, and that was the little up arrow right above where that material was located at. Currently, we have this clovers as being the grass, but instead of having grass, let's see the Thailand sand as being our option. See how we now have sand all over? So that's affecting the scene in the way that it will display. So you can choose how you want your scene to display by just adjusting the various materials that will be associated with that scene. To change it back, I'll come back over here, click on Edit Type, click back on Clovers. Now we can see that we have our grass back. And the last thing that I wanted to mention is that there's a reason why this is called the Paint command, and that's because you can paint materials into a scene. For example, if I decided to move my cursor over to this area, click inside of this box, then I wanted to apply that material to a different spot here within the scene, I could then move my cursor over to where I wanted to apply that material in the scene, hold my mouse button down, and as I hold my mouse button down, it will gradually apply that material into the scene. This is actually what's called painting the material there into the scene. So you can start by using your landscaping tools to give you the scene with the basic materials that you would typically have in that kind of environment. Then if you wanted specific areas for there to be materials of a certain kind, you can then choose that kind of material from any of the materials that are available to you. Move your cursor over into the area, click and hold your mouse button down to slowly paint that material onto the surface that you're selecting.